When I look at the conversation that shows up around fear, it's so powerful. Fear is the one thing that will keep you paralyzed. If you notice, whenever someone is frightening you, like you walk in a room and someone scares you, you go, and until you know you're okay, you don't breathe again. And then you go, oh, you scared the daylights out of me, right? Nothing starts moving until the fear has moved away. Unless we have and we shift our relationship to fear.
Hey you guys, it's your girl Empathetic Beauty, and I am back with another girl talk video. This time this video is going to be about letting go of your fears and becoming fearless. Before I get into the video, if you love videos like this, if you love girl talk videos on how to become the best version of yourself, make sure you hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get right into the video.
How you gonna throw it away? How you gonna sit and act like it was nothing? Yeah. How you gonna throw it away? How you gonna make it so damn hard to explain?
I wanted to talk about fears because fears play a big role in our daily lives. It prevents us from succeeding in life. It prevents us from doing things that we really want to do in life. Having fears, create traumas in our life. It creates sadness in our life. It creates self-doubt, insecurities, and it kind of basically lower your whole confidence, period, no matter what you're doing in life. So that's why I wanted to bring up the topic of fears and letting go of fears. We are in an era where it's time to let go of fears. Things are changing around us, so we kind of have to adapt with letting go and just letting everything be, good or bad, high vibrational or low vibrational. The first thing is basically becoming aware of your fears. You have to become aware of your fears, because if you don't become aware of your fears, basically your fears will control you. When you're not aware of your fears, you will be lashing out on people. You can become sad out of nowhere. You can become very depressed out of nowhere. And you may act in certain ways that can affect other people, can affect, your family members and your friends and even strangers. You have to become aware of your fears. You have to basically look your fears in the eye and question your fears. Where did this fear come from? Why is it a fear? Fears, to me, is basically the biggest emotion out of everything you feel. So if you're feeling sad, it can lead to fear, or fear can thrive out of feeling sad. If you're feeling angry, that comes from fear. If you feel depressed, that comes from fear. Every emotion that a person experiences comes through fear. And you have to be able to, approach those fears. And a good part of fears is that once you are able to look fear in the eye, you can heal it. You can love it. You can never let go of your fears, but you have to let go of the emotion. You get what I'm saying? You always can turn your fears into light. Everyone is going to have those thoughts, when you're having the best day of your life and all of a sudden a thought comes into your head out of nowhere. You couldn't control it. It just came out of nowhere. That comes from those hidden shadows that you never are aware of, that you never touched on yet. You have those shadows that are just hidden in your brain, hiding, waiting for you to have a bad day, or trying to get you to have a bad day. You have to question your thoughts. And when you question your thoughts, you question your fears. Me, for example, whenever sadness comes out of the clear blue sky, I question it. Question yourself. All of these thoughts come from you. You create these thoughts. Nobody else create these thoughts but yourself. You create your own reality. Everything that you think comes from you. It can be the bad you or it can be the good you. You get what I'm saying? So whenever I had those thoughts that can lead to fear, I grabbed it. Make sure I question it. Like, okay, where did that thought come from? Why is it a thought? Where did this come from? Why is this in my head? And the beautiful thing about this is when you question your fears, it talks back. That's the crazy thing. Your fears talk back to you. Your fears can be that little girl or boy that never been loved. Your fears can be that kid that was bullied in school. Your fears can be that grown woman that don't think that they are a good parent, or a bad mother, a bad father, a bad daughter, or a bad son. Those thoughts basically fumble with fear, if that makes sense. Your brain, of course, acts as a machine of unlimited thoughts and unlimited beliefs. So when you're having a good day, your brain could just, boom, bring it to your awareness just like that. And it's up to you to question it. Once you question it, once you question your fears, you will be able to turn it around into something beautiful. And the reason why you have the ability to change your fears into something beautiful is because fears is basically an entity. If you are into spiritual things, then you know that emotions come from entities or are entities. Emotions are energy. That's all it is. So whenever you're having a thought, it turns into something. Like, these thoughts actually can shapeshift. I know, sounds crazy, but your thoughts are energy, just like money is energy, just like a car is energy, just like this ring light in back of my camera is energy. It's up to you to make it become bad energy or good energy. You get what I'm saying? So whenever you're having a bad thought, that thought can turn into one of the worst thoughts ever. Like, to the point where you literally have no control over what you're thinking. Seriously. Because that energy or entity is shape-shifting in your brain. That's why when you're feeling sad, you all of a sudden become depressed. Because those thoughts or entities is shape-shifting to different thoughts. Then all of a sudden your whole entire brain have all of these thoughts that didn't even happen yet. You're creating your universe. You're manifesting your universe into something bad. Just off that one thought and just off that one emotion. Fear. Now, the flip side of that is, this is what I do. But whenever I'm having a thought that can lead to fear, everything leads to fear. Everything. And that's how we react to certain things. Now, when I'm having a thought, I, become aware of the thought. And you don't just let it go. What you do is you question it and really get down to the nitty-gritty on where it came from. You have to know where that thought came from. Once you realize where the thought comes from, turn it into the most beautiful thing. Like, for example, right? Say like a little boy or a little girl grew up in a bad family environment, right? And all of a sudden he's going through all of these difficult problems that makes him, react in a bad way simply because of what his parents did to him, right? When he questioned these thoughts that come up in his head, like, say for example, his mom was telling him that he's stupid or dumb. Imagine accessing those thoughts and turn it into positive thoughts. Like, for example, understand that your parent was going through something. Your parent was hurting just like you. And all your parent did was took their energy and just sent it to you. and you got it, and you kept that energy, and you kept it bad. But imagine you taking your parents' energy, or whoever it may be. That was just an example. But imagine taking everyone's energy and turning it into positive. Like, if you see a girl hating on you, you say, that's all right, love. I know you want these pair of shoes, or I know you want this car. That girl hating on your car, just say, you know what? I like your hair. I like your outfit. Her whole energy would change. She wouldn't even remember if she was hating on your car or not. You get what I'm saying? Stay with me now. Or if someone is commenting under your picture, saying something really bad or, really evil, just to, put that energy on you, whatever they're going through, right? You take that energy and you just change it, like, stay happy, stay blessed, I love you. You don't even have to say that, but you just see how you can change someone's energy around. You always have to remember that you can completely change it around. When you are in these situations from people that gives you bad vibes or bad energy, you can change it around, and you can change them around too. You can turn an angry person to the most happiest person that day. You could turn a sad person to the most, happiest person that day. That is where you take control. Social media is good from time to time to dive in when you're having a good day or when you're just simply bored. Movies are good too sometimes, depending on how you handle your energy. But the only way you can really make yourself happy and really make yourself focus on positive things is just changing your whole thought into positive thoughts. I know, it's hard. It's hard because we go through shit, love. We go through shit. We go through hard times, especially us black people. We go through trauma. We go through rape. We go through heartbreak. We go through jail time. We go through parent struggles. We go through childhood trauma. We go through a lot. It's going to be difficult trying to turn these horrific thoughts into positive. But that is how the government controls you. That is how social media controls you. That is how the media controls all of our black people. Through fear. That is why all of these videos are popping up of death. Everyone is scared of death, right? Death is only going from one room to another, depending on your frequency. You're not dying. Black people live forever, baby. All you're doing is going from one place to the next. This world is not the only world that exists. We are infinite. So there's no need to have death as a fear. You look at death in the most positive way. Like, I am living my best life on this earth right now. And whatever happens, happens. That's how you handle it. You have to give yourself a lot of compassion and love. You have to love on your thoughts. And these bad thoughts that come will bloom like a flower because, we all are plants, right? We all go through photosynthesis. I'm getting too scientific here, but you get the gist of it. We basically have to turn everything into positivity. And everything around us will be positive. Everything. I'm talking about nature, people, even situations. That's why every time when you are in a positive thought, good things start happening to you. You start getting money. That guy or girl will start calling your phone that you thought was dissing you. Everything will just start working for you. You get that promotion, establishing relationships with your friends that you kind of had arguments with from time to time. That's because you're thinking positive. This also works with money. You got good money and bad money. It depends on you. Is your money good vibrational money? How are you handling your money? Are you handling your money out of fear? Because once you handle your money out of fear, you will lose all the money. It won't come back to you because that money is energy. It's scared of you because you're in fear. that money not coming back to you. It's gonna go to somebody else that's happy. So when you're spending your money happily, when you're doing things happily, when you're living your life happily, you have no fear. All of the videos you see on social media, you can't let that get to you. You can't let that make you sad, depressed. You have to turn it into positive. Because every good thing has a bad thing, and every bad thing has a good thing. We all live in a world of duality, good and bad, feminine and masculine. Like even a person that goes through the most horrific thing, somebody else could be going through something that's the most best thing ever. And they're both related. But if that person that's going through all the bad stuff connects with that positive person, that whole person's atmosphere will change. That whole person's energy will change. Simply because they are around positive things. They are around positive energy. It works like that. That's the universe. The universe doesn't like fear. You can't get anything in this world if you have fear. You gotta focus on the positive. You gotta be happy. Like for example, it was a time where I couldn't pay my bills. And I was so depressed. Like, how am I going to get this money to pay my bills? How am I going to get this money to be able to live debt free? And all of those thoughts in my head was turning into negative thoughts because I was reacting out of fear. I was reacting to my situation out of fear. So that puts me in a state of worry, shame, guilt, fear, everything. And it leads to me making decisions that are poor decisions. It makes me doing actions that I don't want to do. But the flip side of it is, imagine if I said, I understand I can't pay my bills, but they will get paid. My bills are paid. I have everything in my life already. I have a roof over my head. I have food in my refrigerator. I have everything that I need. I'm breathing. I'm drinking water. Some people can't even breathe. They need machines to breathe. You know? Some people can't even see. They need things to help them see. Some people can't even get out of their bed every day. Once you get those thoughts in your head, you will start appreciating, like, forget those bills. I'm living the best life that I can right now. You have to think about what's going on in your life right now. You have to live in the present moment. And all of those thoughts and worries about paying bills or whatever you're going through will decline, won't be existent. Therefore, you not being able to pay your bills won't exist. Your bills will be simply paid. You are the creator of your whole reality. That's how the universe works. Once you think about something, that's just how it's going to be, good or bad. Another way to maintain your fears and to turn your fears into light instead of darkness is to heal. You have to do some shadow work. Shadow work is basically confronting all of those fears, trauma, struggles, and looking it in the eye and just letting it go. You can literally turn your fears into light, into happiness, into positivity. Just like I said earlier in the video, you have to heal from everything you're going through. Therefore, once you're healed, you will be in a more positive light and your fears will just disappear. You also have to keep your vibrations raised. You have to be at a high vibrational state. And what that means is you have to be positive, you have to have gratitude, and you have to just be happy with anything that's going on in your life. Like I said earlier in the video, have gratitude. Know that you are breathing. Know that you exist in this universe. Meaning, you can do anything you want to do. As long as you exist, you can do anything you want to do. And that's when you have a high vibrational energy. When you have a low vibrational energy, those thoughts that you have that turn into fears can really attack you in a way that makes you become so low. Therefore, you would be eating ice cream, eating junk food, snapping at everyone, just being real nasty. That's because you're in a low vibrational state. Anything can mess with you. The entities can really fuck with you. The entities will really gravitate to you because it's like, it's just loving all that energy because you're thriving off that fear and sadness, depression. And that entity is thriving off you. But when you're happy, that entity can't thrive off you. You're shifting, you're different. It can't thrive off you. It's going to try. But once you knock it upside its head, no, I'm playing. But once you love it and be more compassionate with your fears and learn to accept things and learn to know that everything is what it is, you will be in the most comfortable position in your life. You have to focus on the positive things in your life. No negative thoughts over here, because negative thoughts can turn into fear. Don't even hang around people that are negative. Don't hang around people that are angry, sad, or around fear. But if you are a healer like me, you can turn those negative people into positive people. You can make them laugh. You can make them have a good time. You can make them have a good day. If you're not happy for anything at all, at least be happy that you exist. That's letting go of your fear. That's connecting with the universe. That's connecting with yourself. That's putting you in a situation or a state where you can control your reality. You have to control your reality and your fears won't exist. Only if you let it. And if they do exist, it's positive. And another topic I also want to bring up is control. You know, the government controls USA. And other countries have governments as well. We have a president, stuff like that. You notice how in order for them to have control is that they say certain things. Like, for example, when the cold broke out, a lot of people was in fear. A lot of people was going through, poverty. A lot of people was losing their businesses, and, a lot of bad things were happening. A lot of people were dying. A lot of things was happening left and right. Even the situations that's happening now, the school shootings, people getting killed out in Philly streets, Chicago streets, New York streets, and there's actually video. This can create fear. And if you can't control this fear, it will suffocate you. It will make you depressed. It will put you in a state of low vibrational energy. But if you know how to be aware of that thought, it's okay to cry. It's okay to release. Crying is just a thing of releasing. But you can't let it get to you. You have to focus on the positive. Like, okay, I have my other family. I know that sounds harsh, but you just have to focus on the gratitude of your life. You're living. You're smiling. Everybody else in your family exists. Love them more. Don't focus on that thought too much. Don't focus on that video too much. Don't focus on what the government is saying too much, because fear is control. Entities can control you when you are living in fear. Anybody can control you, especially those with authority, the law. And I'm just in that right there, especially with black people. You have fear, they can control you. But if you don't have fear and you know who you really are, you won't have no fear. You can look fear right in the eye and say, I'm powerful than you. I'm powerful than you. And you can't exist here. You gotta go. You literally have to talk to your fears and turn it into positive. That's how you master all of your emotions, not even just fear. Fear does handle all of the emotions, but it can handle sadness, depression, whatever emotion you have that can lead to negative. Know that you're a goddess, black woman. Know that you're a king. Know that you're a god, black man. Know that you have the ability to control your entire reality. You may have deaths here and there. That's the bad of it. Science is good or bad. Yin and yang. You may have times where you can't pay your bills. You may have times where you're stuck on the road. But you're living. You exist. Always think about that. That means that you can control everything what's going on. That quote, when people say, shit happens, it really don't happen. You control your reality. You control your universe. You make shit happen. Like I said, energies come and go. And it's up to you to control that energy, good or bad. And all of your situations will just disperse. And all of your good situations will thrive. Because good situations love good energy. Your money will thrive if you're using it in good forms and good energy. You will keep getting more money and more money. Next thing you know, you paid. So, at the end of the day, don't let fear control you. You control your fears. Focus on the positive. Heal from your traumas. Heal from the struggle. Heal from that black institutionalized slavery institution mind. We have to heal from that. We have to heal each other. You see somebody having a bad day, heal them. Be positive towards them. And the universe will be positive to you. So that's all I have for letting go your fears and facing your fears. I hope this video really puts you in a positive state about your life. Do some gratitude meditations. Do some positive affirmations day by day, every day, as much as you need to. Spend some time alone and you will be able to handle those fears. And fears won't control you. Before you know it, everything you want in life will just start coming to you. All positive things. So if you love videos like this and if you want more videos like this, make sure you leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you are handling your fears. And without further ado, go ahead about your day. Live a happy life. Stay blessed. And see you next time. Mwah.
That's facts. Who is forgiven? I don't care about